Catastrophic for Heroic, unable to put up money numbers here in our first map. Unfortunately forced to field a stand and Yugi unable to play. The drama continues to unfold. In fact, S-Tag and Rubino combined couldn't manage to get close to the fraggers on the scoreboard with just 10 frags combined.
It's pretty nice, Alex. When your one win condition going up against HellRaisers is to have Yugi go off and he can't even get into the server, you're going to have a pretty rough time, and that's what we saw there. HellRaisers just completely manhandled them. It was great to see, you know, everybody on HellRaisers firing, right? That's what you like, because if they're keeping up a bit of diversity in their approach, their attack is, you know, more than just doing the same execute or one guy running up middle and killing everybody every round. It means that everybody is actually doing their role, right? They're making the kills that they're meant to, and when a game goes that easily, it's always fun. I love those games.
Walk in the park, truly, for HellRaisers. Now, Yanka, the question when you're watching a game like that is, did Heroic ever seem like they were in it? Like, was there ever resistance?
No, I think that first gun round was probably, you know, a sign of things to come. The Voxic 1v3, you know, great play by him, but a disjointed retake from Heroic, and probably that's the best word to describe Heroic's play in this game, was disjointed, right? A lot of the times when they would even get an entry kill, they couldn't follow up on it. Even when they had some good individual plays, they were, you know, isolated. It wasn't enough to win the round, and HellRaisers were just all over them.
We saw this yesterday, and now again today. The player who was replaced, so yesterday was XMS was replaced, and he had to sub for Envious. I know these guys are professionals, first of all. Let me preface it with that. Today, we're seeing S-Tag, who was replaced by Rubino, having to sub on in again, right? So they're still on the rosters. They're still obviously under contract. They're still getting paid. But I'd be jaded as all hell. I wouldn't care if they won that game or not. I'm doing my duty. I'm stepping in. I'm being the fifth man. But even if I had a bad performance, even if I wasn't like lighting the server on fire or doing anything like that, I wouldn't care. I've just been replaced from this team. I think, you know, going into a matchup like that, if you're S-Tag, you're like, whatever, dude.
It's hard, isn't it?
Man.
It is really hard, because in your heart of hearts, you know you're not going to be playing as hard as you would if you were on the starting roster. But also, the idea of like this being put on the sub bench, you are still going to be, I assume, getting some degree of salary. And yeah, I guess that's your opportunity.
Maybe you're not going to play your heart out, but maybe you can play even better, right? Because you're going to play, I think most definitely going to play more for yourself, right? In a sense that you've been removed from the team. Now, whenever you get to play, it's probably to prove that you still got it and to prove your worth, so to speak. It's hard for me to imagine X-Tag, you know, playing as a stand-in and just being the support player.
You're going to use another word there, weren't you?
Yeah, I had that pause. I was like, it's coming.
Rhymes with an itch.
He's got the itch.
Yeah, I think like that's a given, right? So to speak, especially if you're the one who was removed from the team.
And it puts you in the shop window as well. I guess that's an angle I hadn't considered, Chad, when you first said it. Like, this is his chance now. He's in a professional environment. He knows HellRaisers is going to be putting on 100%. If he comes in and drops, you know, 110 ADR, pulls a simple out of the card, suddenly people are going to be looking like, hey, he's cheap.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's not that type of player. I think Jacob from Renegades is trying to do the same thing, right?
Yeah,
he's going in there, he's showing that he can still frag to a decent level and wants to get picked up. Whereas a player like S-Tag was already going into Heroic as a I guess, a role player, not really a star player. So for him to just be a role player, and that's the third best Danish team, where does he go from here? Who is he actually going to be playing?
Well, you go to a team with a Serbian and some Lithuanians, right? Because a good example in comparison would be Tensky. You know, he was a part of some of these Danish roster. Yeah, now he's playing with a Sicilian Nexa, who used to play with Renegades, and two Lithuanian players. Esperanto and Nukie or something.
There's always a fun
guy, the Lithuanian. Those guys are in FPL. One of them, I think, just won FPL last month. So, you know, you have to dig deeper if you still want to compete, and still want to remain relevant as a role player who gets replaced.
Why do you look like the vinegar is boiling up inside you?
It's not. I'm not mad. I'm going to laugh. It's because when I was hanging out with the Renegades guys and we're talking about all these different roster things that happened to them, and then we get to Nexa and everyone's like, yeah, thanks, Alex. Like, it isn't Kassad.
Yeah.
Like, the guys just rag out on him, right? Because it obviously didn't work out.
Yeah.
Wasn't where they thought it was going to go. Like, yeah, thanks, Kassad. It's like, thanks, dude.
Renegades are a different story.
I forgot about that. Nexa did join, didn't he?
For a while, yeah, and was in game leading and everything. Didn't really prove anything, to be fair. But, yeah, I think in that sense, it tells you how cutthroat it may be. You know, that's why I didn't get to say it, but when we were talking about Rubino, I think he should consider himself rather lucky to get a second chance, right? For a while there, he was in the deep pits playing for Dignitas and all of that. He was at, you know, basically in the tier 1 scene playing for North, and for whatever reasons, you deciding to step down, that is a, you know, very
Severe.
So, yeah, severe decision that's definitely going to have consequences, right? And I think now you would expect him to give 110%, being able to again perform for a relevant team.
Here's a question, Mirage. I'm going to answer it before I let you guys. Do we think they're going to have more of a chance? The answer is no.
So Chad,
Pack her up, boys.
that's my job. I say it. Right?
Yeah, no,
Ready?
but
guys, do they have a chance on Mirage?
no, they don't, Alex.
Negative.
Okay, there you go. And that felt nicer.
Do you want to ask another
that.
one?
Yeah, sure. Okay, here it comes. You ready for it? Will Rubino have more frags than he did this map?
Probably yes.
There you go.
It's hard to go worse than that.
I've already had 4 frags, I believe. S-Tech had
Exactly.
6.
These
4
betway
frags.
odds should probably be adjusted for the fact that Yugi's not playing.
Yeah, good God, that's an error. You'd probably assume just because of the fact that Yugi is such a huge win condition for the Danes.
Also, no traps for HellRaisers to fall into.
Yeah, we're gonna be walking.
I get it. I get it.
Wow, that
He,
was a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
Yeah, the Dark Magician. He used to really use the Dark Magician, Yu-Gi-Oh, and then Seto Kaiba. He had the Blue Eyes.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah.
I traded my Blue Eyes White Dragon to my friend Harvey, and he told me it was a good trade.
You're always
Harvey's a
are very
liar.
trusting, Alex.
Harvey was a liar.
He was like, "Yeah, man, look," because he gave me like 12 cards. He was like, "Look, 12 for 1. It's a good trade."
But how old were you at the time?
I don't really want to talk about it. 23, yeah. It was last week. Oh, God. Okay, anyway. Guys, Counter-Strike's going down. No Yugi in the server, so Blue Eyes White Dragon's not out to play tonight. It's been a pleasure talking to you, gents. Now we hand it over to these, Burgundy and Blue. It's Sadakist and
Nice
Henry.
shirt, Chad.
Thank you.
You
Soft
guys
copy
keep
of
doing
me.
this.
Yeah, I know.
And you're flying quite high, actually, on this left
I
side.
don't mean to. It's not popped. It's just called having a bad, great suitcase, bad packer.
Okay,
And it
right.
kind of ruins
Actually,
it.
Henry's really good at packing. His suitcase, super tight knit.
Fudge.
Yeah, all 3 wheels, just really
All
rolling.
three of them.
You know,
Rolling
just
along nicely.
Oh,
It is true. Got a bit of a problem with the suitcase right now.
yeah.
But so have Heroic. They've got some problems on the server. They're missing a wheel, perhaps. Rubino only 4 frags in the first map. They're going to move on to Mirage. I feel like their chance is even worse in this one. Inferno on the CD side, you can just kind of sit back and kind of play your positions 2, 1, 2, wherever you want to do it. And in Mirage, it's a lot more about the rotations. You're going to be more stifled with the smokes and aggression coming in. So I feel like HellRaisers might even get a bigger scoreline here. We'll see, though. Missing the AWP for Yugi. And we'll have a look. Heroic almost ready to get going here. You can see the lineup on your screen right now will be S-Tag instead of their AWP. It was Snappy that picked it up. He had one pretty good round. Apart from that, though, Voxy looking very comfortable.
So can they do any better? That was talked about. The suggestion was you can't do much worse. Can Rubino get more than 4 kills? The suggestion was you can't do any worse. Will they win the game? The suggestion was no. So where do we land, Henry? Where's your thoughts?
I think split the difference. They'll probably get 8 rounds, and Rubino will probably get 10 kills.
Double digits, Henry.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's
We'll
better
see.
than I do.
They'll go straight towards the A side. This is going to be Heroic's attempt on the T-pistol. They're going to need it, I think. And 1 smoke for Modi. Flashbang HE available. That's all they have. This is the triple threat attack towards the Palace. Voxic, they're ready with the default P2000 there. Towards the flashbang. Going to get some kills. He's taking a little bit of damage there. Bonding missing everything. He had a chance to get a lot there, but Voxic will go down. He's looking very good for the Heroic boys. Now need to make sure they isolate Bonding in the spawn area. They're going to push towards him. Have they got any grenades left? They have not, but the bomb has been planted.
Angel. Tries to do what he can. Nico gets Angel down, though, as he gets on top of the stairwell. They already spot a Stag getting forward on top of the trash can, and they'll put him inside of it. They'll dispose of him like the garbage that he is. Nico. I know I can scare you sometimes. Sorry. Gonna get 1 kill back onto Dead Fox. Bondik's gonna do everything in his power to win this round, but Nico is far too superior. 4 kills for Nico.
Not bad. Simple approach in terms of the strategy. Perfectly executed. And round number 2 coming in momentarily. Let's see, this is the retake attempt. Dead Fox gets both the kills, but not enough to win the round. And there will be 4 spying here. You never really know where this will lead, especially on a map like Mirage. 2 rifles for Heroic. One of which is the AK-47. Rubino rocking the Galil. CZ's ready to pounce on the A-bomb site. It looks like an A approach is 2 on the A ramp, 3 towards middle. Trying to get through that connector area. Smoke towards the CT side of connector and indeed the window. That almost suggests it'll be a B-side attack. We'll have a look where they want to go. Many different options that can satisfy even the most diverse of tastes.
The exquisite and exotic. And Snappy is erotic as he takes down Angel. Issa goes to Nico. Look at Bondic. And Voxic with none other than...
the CZ75, but they can't win the round. Nico, good shot towards the scouts in the jungle. 3 kills for him again. He got 4 in the pistol.
That's 7 kills in 2 rounds. Madi could only dream of that.
It's true.
That's a bit rude.
And it will be the full eco now.
I meant Rubino. You knew who I meant.
Yeah. 3-0 almost certain at this point. HellRaisers is forced by in the second. I'll just have to sit back and wait now as we'll get into the next round. Nothing purchased, not a single dollar for HellRaisers. Voxic is running towards the underpass, hoping they make a mistake, get some information. But it will be an A-side attack.
Angel and Issa, no boost up to C down over top of the Cinders into mid. It's where Snappy and Nico are, and I expect, yeah, the crosshair placement anticipates that does it. Get ready for the snake, the serpentine, to walk out from Catwalk.
Python.
Cats like to chase snakes. And then in some worlds, like Australia, which is its world unto itself, the snakes will eat cats.
Yeah. Tell you all sorts of things. Apples.
Snappy with 4 kills this time.
Rabbits.
I used to chase garden snakes around as a kid with squirt guns. And we take markers and dip them in the water and pretend that it would blind them.
Markers in the water? What do you mean?
Just take markers and like dye the water, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Sounds kind of cruel.
Yeah, it was a little. Yeah, it was a little cruel. I was like 5, man. Like, and chasing those buggers was tough.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Voxy with the AWP. I think Heroic could be better off just rifles. You don't have to have an AWP. It's such a common misconception with Counter-Strike in general. Dead Fox will get the first kill, spraying wildly into the apartments. Voxic helps him out. It's a very sloppy approach from Heroic. I'm not sure they tried the rush B there. Could they just go 1 by 1 now? That wasn't even a round, really. That was just a mess.
No, that was a mess. For considering that was the first gun round, that's usually like what we wait for. We do these things, these little gaffes. We get to the first gun round and we get serious. That just blew right by.
Yeah. Didn't really get a chance to really tell you what was happening. They just went 1 by 1 towards B. I guess they were hoping there wouldn't be an AWP for Voxic, considering they force bought, but surprise, he definitely has one. He gets 3 kills, and HellRaisers start the campaign here on Mirage. Very tactical map, and I'm not sure whether this weakened Heroic will be able to do much about it. It's a frag here. Angel steals it away. Nico trying to get 1 in return. We'll see if we can do that. Of course he can, but only good for 1. They're trading out so far. Rubino starting to arrive on the scoreboard. 3 versus 3 has been tagged down to just 25 points of health. Heroic S-Stack not far in front of him.
Dead Fox back inside of the site will smoke out and completely fail that smoke. Really? Come on, dude. Tried to cover off the apartments and instead smokes inside of the site. It does give him somewhat of a shield if they drop down because he'll already be on catwalk and won't be able to see him, but as he turns around, Monty's still in the window. Monty gets killed. Voxic turns in and gets 1 more, and he's not done there. The AWP for 2 rounds in a row, making all of the difference. 3 kills again for Voxic.
Very fast-paced rounds. I'm sure we'll see more of that as Heroic might have to take an eco here after losing 2 in a row. Didn't get the bomb down at all. You can see the tactics are going to be struggling here on Mirage. Rubino has got that first frag. We kind of said maybe go for 10 this time. We'll see what happens as we get to round number 6. Just PT-50s, couple of smokes. She seems to go towards A. Lob the smoke in. Best case scenario, you get a bomb down. Maybe even better, you get a kill. There's the smokes. Here's the setup. Rubino to go out first, and they'll have to run through the flames. It's pretty decent. Grenades will come in there and try and deny the plant the best they can.
1 HP this time for our White Knights. Cecil, they called him.
Oh dear.
Nico goes over the top and Cecil goes down, but Kane is coming back as Bondic. These are Final Fantasy II references for those of you playing along at home. As Bondic comes in and finds 2, Angel takes out Snappy, and now it's Rubino and S-Tag with pistols bombed down. P250s, not CZ.
75.
So perhaps guns can actually win the round, and they will.
Yes, indeed. They only lose 1 kill, but it's quite an expensive one. They have to recover the AWP. Bomb planted, 1 kill. Like you said, that's pretty much as good as it was going to get, so that's not too bad for Heroic. Brings money back into their favor. They have lost 3 rounds in a row. They'll get a full buy here. Snappy not getting the AWP. I think he learned his lesson from Inferno. He's like, you know what? I'll just stick with the AK. That's what I do best. He's the secondary AWP, I suppose, of the squad. HellRaisers have looked like the much better unit tonight, considering they're a full 5. Round number 7, and more aggression here. XQ off the bats. That's always a common sign that teams are maybe not 100% comfortable on the map. It's going to be Snappy. I can see that building off the mini-map. He was about to go down. And Issa will open things up. They'll be ready for this A execution. And Bondic can just concentrate fully on the A round. He gets 1. Can't find a double, but he did get Dink off towards Estag. Smokes are decent. Flashbangs are coming from Angel. Bomb soon. So they're Molotoving the bench, so CD's can't push through that smoke. Bondic narrowly missing out there. Wants to make sure he stays alive here. Estag with low HP does plant, but not for long. He'll go down. And 4 versus 2 begins. I'm not sure Modi can hold on to this one. He does get 1. They've got 2 smokes. They're going to smoke him out of Palace and focus on Rubino. That should be it. So there's the 1. Smoke and defuse. And I think Modi knows he's out of this. He'll just save. There's the smoke. And off he goes.
Smoke down, Angel just confirming that no peek. Cheekily to arrive from Modi. HellRaisers sweeping back with 4 in a row after Heroic got a start they desperately needed after Inferno. Rubino, Tracker. I think he's on 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Tactical timeout for Heroic. Tactics are going to be a bit of an issue.
Typically are, yeah, for me especially.
But they have a chance now just to work out their situation. They have got 4th stage loss bonus with the bomb planted again. So what's the play? Maybe the orb comes down now. I can see the guns have been purchased. We should be back into this momentarily.
That was my contemplative sigh. That's what that was, in case you were wondering.
I was. The orb does not come out yet. Rubino, I presume, has been dropped. An AK, maybe he's got to give it an orb? No, it will be. The pretty standard purchase once more. Well, here we go.
Watch for Snappy. Top of mid if they push up. Baited in by Rubino. I'll hold station for now and inside of courtyard. Okay, Estag, what were you at? What were you playing at? Checks down below to make sure no one's pushing first, but he was setting up a smoke toward B.
Very, very slow approach from Heroic here. Estag trying to run the default so you can see they've got the smokes down. Dead Fox, though, he's actually challenging this short area. For one in hand, Angel watching the connector from what can be a challenging position. He can be smoked out, Molotoved as well, and that's when things get very awkward indeed. There's the first, and he does spot 1, tags him up, and does manage to get the kill. Nice work by Angel. Gets out alive as well, and Voxic, he might better pick a couple off here as well. Flashbang goes in, but his teammates are dropping. Nico takes down Angel. 4 on 3 now. Heroic take the lead, but that is a very sloppy play by Rubino. Luckily his teammate trades it out.
Dead Fox rotating it around. We'll have the M4A1, excuse me, to try and work with, but can't get the shot towards Snappy. You're right. Nails a perfect one onto him in return. It's now Sisa to going Snappy, and Heroic find their 4th round, so already an improvement in that regard.
Yes, absolutely.
Or at least an equal measure, I should say.
They've equaled what they did on Inferno. That's right.
So Voxic has 8 kills. Nico's got 10. 1, yeah, that's the next thing I was going to point out. Thank you very much. Is Rubino only has 25% of what he had on Inferno.
Bit of work to do, but he's got a bit of time.
Godspeed, you Black Emperor.
And there will be a lot of damage taken by Vox. I believe he was at the mid area. Indeed, he was by the connector getting Molotoved. And need to see if they can keep decent numbers alive here, Heroic. They can't win the round. Angel will come out on top there, the dual Voxic as well. Both facing and double teaming towards middle. And Estag wanted to get the trades, but he's been kept out of the underpass.
He's still waiting down to see anyone who dare walk out. Five plays three. Let's go back into connector. That's going to push Cisa back. So too with Voxic on the AWP, not able to do much, but Angel shutting down a stag, and Voxic steps up to find Rubino. So now we go one to the lead for HellRaisers yet again.
Absolutely. HellRaisers with 5 players surviving as well. Heroic might take another tactical time ahead and work out whether they want to buy. I'm not sure if they will. They've got Glock so far, CZ to come out. They're not going to call the timeout. Snappy will just get a CZ armor. The rest of them not buying anything at all. They're just going to allow this round to fall away from them and just go, should we do it? You know what, boys? This is rush B, shall we? Why not? Probably wait for the nades. Now, let's start walking. You've got a couple of flashbangs, haven't you, Snappy? I do. I'm going to throw them in for you. Okay, we'll run for this fire. Sounds like a plan.
Well, let's do it then. Dead Fox is certainly... Oh, okay. Dead. Indeed. But from the grave, he's not done with the battle. He'll take down a stag. Nico gets Angel. Issa gets Nico. We're back to a 3 versus 3, only just barely though. Madi on 6. And Rubino gone again. Bomb down as a result of it. Snappy crosses over in the side. His teammate to watch over his shoulder. His teammate, Madi, getting his second kill despite just having that 6 HP. And it's going to... Oh no, Voxic cause a missed shot. And Bondic now sneaking in from the backside. Might be all too late because Monty should expect this, knowing that he's put the bomb down. They've already checked inside of Checker, and they spot it. What a round turned around by Heroic. 4 Glocks, no armor, 1 CZ. That's all they need. As long as you got the CZ in your back pocket, it's all going to be fine, Matthew. So they went from a clean sweep round against full AKs, 5 players surviving, to 0 players surviving against Glocks, no armor. It is a little bit baffling, but that's CSGO for you sometimes. There we go then. Tactical timeout for Heroic. I don't think they expected to win that round, so it's like, well, okay, we need to actually try here. Let's see what's available to us. Should have plenty of weaponry and money to go around. Picking up orbs and M4s, AKs, all sorts really. Score is 5-5. Heroic on the T side. Just joining us, they got battered 16-4 on Inferno. We're going to round number 11 now. Well, round number 11 sounds a bit like heaven.
Ooh, HellRaisers going to force by this. Execute from Heroic, why not? Got Modi holding middle. They have the advantage. Oh, Snappy has got one, I missed that. He'll be in towards the Palace.
Very forward stance for Bondic at this point as well. Playing that with Voxic. They're doing a double peek. Refusing to push, but they are in a good position if they can hold this and trade it. Snappy, though, starts it off with a great... Was that out of... That was out of Palace. A great shot out of Palace. Voxic, there's the first one. They know the trade's there. Bondic doesn't get anything, and Nico rips Voxic apart. This force buy is done. Dead in the water, or is it? Angel, he's got wings, but he's not going to fly. They're clipped. Ooh, too close to the sun. Icarus.
Anything else?
Dead Fox.
Okay. Well, Dead Fox could win this. He has got that nasty CZ for an incendiary to isolate them, but Snappy one step ahead, and he's got one himself. He'll win the round, and Heroic will take the lead. Here on Mirage, another eco for HellRaisers. Dino's time to turn up, 2 kills, and then got one in that previous round. Round number 12, and looks like a full eco for the HellRaisers boys. Not going to buy anything so far. Not a single dollar brought in the round number 12 as we get into the last few rounds of the first half. I'll just be holding up now.
Molotov toward the connector. That lands. Dead Fox. He's kind of doing his own thing. He uses a butterfly knife, Hank. If you ever play Whose Frag Is That, you got to keep track of what knife is what.
Is that the trick?
Did you watch what the get right ones, man, oh man, it's crazy. He like pays attention to their sensitivity, he pays attention to the knife skin they're using. He doesn't pay attention to how good the deagle is from Angel, though. That's not bad. He's got another. Stag will finally put him down, but he's already done more than perhaps he was due for.
Well, he does find Rubino, and Issa's coming in hot, but doesn't look like it'll be enough. Maybe it is. Finds S-Stag, and he did get tagged up, so he'll fall back. This was a full eco, remember, just one deagle and USPs. That's pretty much it. Snappy with the CZ. He'll be happy to use that. Brings out the orbs, going to guarantee. Oh my goodness, he misses that shot. I thought that was a lock in, but that one is. Modi, 1 versus 1 now. Throws a grenade towards the kitchen. Might do enough damage. Doesn't even touch Issa. And unfortunately, throwing that grenade, he might have given up his position there. You can see Issa seems very confident. Touches the bomb. You wouldn't face this ever if you're Modi, but he doesn't know he's got the kit. Maybe. And you confirmed he has not, so at this point, you've won the round.
Yes, it does well to get back to the window without Marty spotting him. 7 HP would have gone down. He would get away with an AK-47 at the very least, but Heroic are in the lead. And convincing lead. 7-5 on the T side. I'm impressed. Rubino is a little bit stressed. Angel making us anything but depressed, as it looks rather godly.
Definitely does. Well, there you have it. 7-5, round number 13.
2 kills for Rubino. 50%.
He's almost there. Still got another half to go. Whew. Smokes down. Nades to come in. And this time Angel trying to get up close and personal. He's got the M4. They're looking for an opening pick. The money is not ideal. Snappy seems to be aware of it though. Will come out on top. Time will tell. Flashbang will be effective, but maybe even more so for the CTs. He's looking for the double spray down. Angel might just get it. Bomb down. Indeed, he will. HellRaisers not ready for that kind of play, but Rubino and S-Tag starting to come to life now. 3-on-3. S-Tag tagged down to 7. Just about still alive with the nade coming in.
Angel's got an angle. Change that one in the E around, you get the word. As he takes down S-Tag, hopping in, it's to take out Rubino. Modi's going to find Angel in a decent fashion from the top of mid. Rubino has 3. Modi with the bomb.
Not really sure what the plan's going to be. He's going to maybe throw smoke towards the window from this point. Oh, here we go. Ah.
That's a perfect view for that.
Yeah.
That's like some comedy cartoon level gold.
Oh, that one didn't connect. That's like one of those videos, you know, when you do nothing but net and you like walk away. And it just cuts to like the basketball perfectly going in.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it doesn't. Hey, future pros.
Yeah.
And then showing it miss.
Well, good try.
I wonder if they play a lot more of those clips on NA now that Rush works for the NA squad.
I don't know.
I feel like it was always just him sticking them in there for his own sake, you know?
I've done another one, guys. I'm ready. Well then. All power for Voxic, round number 14. What's the buy here? Is it a tactical purchases or did Modi survive? I assume he did. If he's got armor and AK. They'll go towards B again. They'll try and challenge Dead Fox. They've got the FAMAS. Good place to do it. Angel towards short. They'll throw the incendiary at the very start of the round. 1:35. And they'll just be setting themselves up the flashbangs, waiting for any sort of utility to come through. They'll say, you know what? It's worked before. Glocks. Should we just do it again? This time at P250s. It's going to be twice as powerful.
Looking for the angle, can't get it yet. Does find Nico. Good shot. A second as well, and a third. He's got a stag. He's looking for more. He's going to get more. He's got 4. What a round. Almost. I think he would have hit that Angel.
Yeah. Let him have an ace. Come on.
16 kills for Voxic. He's killing it. Angel's got 15.
This wasn't bad. Pretty standard stuff. You can see like he's a fast, high. Look, what sensors is he using actually? It looks really insane.
That, oh yeah, he had that.
Glock for Nico. Glock armor. Classic combo.
It's my favorite.
He's got a CZ now.
It's like asking if you want a side of burger with your fries.
Yeah.
Modi takes down Dead Fox. That's on top of the van, and that's going to open up the floodgates as they want to work directly in toward B. They know Angel's on Cat. Modi's already spotted it. He'll babysit. He'll watch. But Fox and an Angel all finding kills.
it's all kicking off. Oh, the bomb will not be planted anytime soon. As Nico, you know what to do here. They have got somewhat of a chance in there. That's a flashbang, that's not going to do much. Voxic throws on himself, and now they'll try and win together. So missing out on the shot there, but he's got information as to where they both are. Call your nade out. Keep your guns in your hand, kids, as Modi and Nico will be now leaving 2 versus 0. That is it.
8-7, Hank. I am sneezing up a storm because I am just absolutely caught off guard by this game. I'm trying to feed you something, but it's actually all right. This is looking much better, I will say, for Heroic starting out on the T side. Voxic's been very impressive, but the fact that they're able to run these guys down at B so frequently is actually rather impressive.
Problem is as well, it's much harder on the CT side. It's about being not coordinated. That's the only problem. It is slightly more CT sided map if you're a very well drilled team. This map though is all about like dissecting and segregating CTs and making them uncomfortable. There's going to be a lot of that, and without the AWP especially, I'm not sure how they will operate here. There's the scores. Voxic 17, Angel 16. He wasn't too far off the pace. Snap in the top for Heroic. Just a note, Rubino at the bottom again. This is going to be one of the quietest couple of maps for him in a long time, as we'll get into the second half momentarily. Dead Fox, not a great performance either. Bondic only with 5. 6.
111.7 ADR. Voxic, man, who would have thought? Remember when Dead Fox was the Opera?
I do.
He's turned out to be quite a useful asset to any team, given that he's a bit of a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, he can AWP, he can rifle.
Can he in-game lead?
I doubt it. I don't know. Maybe he can.
Well, challenge accepted, Henry.
Still half time. They'll probably be discussing positions on the Heroic point. Wondering where Stag will go. Because Rubino, remember, was quoted in an interview recently saying, I just fill all the spots Estag was in because we didn't have time for all the tournaments. So what happens now? Rubino and Estag on the server. Who goes where? It's craziness on the server right now.
Wow, there's a couple of LO3s happening.
There are.
Live on 3 restarts. Not Lord of the Rings. Which is a trilogy. Modi, Rubino. Rubino, did he end with more than 4? He got 3. That's right, okay. Sorry. Voxic waiting at the top of the stairs. Stag looking for the USB to be successful. Fell off the angle before he could get a shot. Oh, ooh, okay, snappy. All the way from the checker room back to the window, and from the window to the wall. It's Bondic that gets inside.
This is looking good, but Nico trying to do his best here with that silence USP. He comes in, and everyone's hitting shots right now. 2 versus 1 eventually, as Modi will be coming out of the kitchen. I'm sure he goes down here, but they're a little bit segregated. They need to work together here, chaps. And it will be Modi to presumably go down at this point. There it is, the PT-50 finish off the job. HellRaisers will tie things up 8-8. CTs will force by here in the second round. Probably see a scout on one of the players. I'd imagine maybe, let's say, Nico will get it. Actually, he loves a deagle. He'll be going for that, surely. There's Rubino all in. No scouts to speak of. Okay. CZ's deagles.
Rubino tries to do what he can, can't. Falls off. Deagle's not going to land. Molotov thrown and bounced correctly toward Nico. Puts him into the closet. It's usually my excuse for being in the closet too, Henry. So Nico will wait and see if they'll push. Stays on the cinders. Good angle, actually. Oh, good angle. Wrong time. Goes back out to Bondic. Puts him down.
5 versus 4. That's the kill he was looking for. It wasn't quite a smart position from Nico. Couldn't pull it off, though. This is our 4th map of 6 games tonight. Oh my god, you don't want to miss the last
night.
One. Big one coming up next.
Tell me more.
I don't want to ruin the surprise in a way. I want to kind of keep everyone on the edge of their seat. Stay with us. It's coming. CZ's Deagles, and it looks like the A-star will be overran here. Just Rubino, who has not been fragging at all. He will continue that trend as he's taken down by Issa. Snappy waits patiently in spawn. Not really much he can do here. He's opting to look for some exit frags, and I think that's probably all he'll get. If anything, there it is. First kill comes in his favor. Can he recover the rifle? Well, of course he can. He's got a CZ just doing that. So, not bad. Snappy seems very well versed in that pistol as well.
Old Snappy Boy. Gonna go back up. Bondic spotted. Downed immediately. Headshot from Snappy. So they'll get away with the AK. Which means they'll have that to play in the next round, eh?
They absolutely will. Snappy gets an extra $900 as well. It pays off the debt of the CZ. He can drop that M4. Their money is not amazing. So I assume they'll just maybe get P250s. Lovely shot, the CZ. Yeah, just gonna give Modi the pistol he had. Here's the AK-47. So Snappy could cause some damage here. He's gonna go for the AWP next round, from what I can gather. Spotted one at the A ramp there, maybe not quite.
Blinded, couldn't do anything about A main. Bondic, good opener. Rubino needs to get his fourth. Low HP. Very slow to react, but he's desperate. He wants bullets to land. He's hoping they will. They won't. Dead Fox takes him down. It's Nico immediately to respond, however, as he gets back up on the stairwell. He's going to slip back out as well. And the P250, on its last bullet, not only gets a kill, reloads, and finds another on its first in the next chamber or magazine or whatever it is these days kids are reading. As Angel takes down Nico, though, it's still HellRaisers to win the round.
Yeah, but he finds 3 kills, and they got 3 before as well, so it does keep HellRaisers on a leash of sorts. Double digits for them, though. Looking to close this one out as quickly as possible. We get to round number 4 here. AWP for Snappy, as mentioned. Let's see if he can step up here. Wasn't really doing much at all on Inferno with it. Rubino on the M4, and he looks towards the vent just to shoot it out. Drops the smoke in the connector. That actually takes a lot of vision away from himself, but that's okay. I thought it was more of a smoke above him, but there's still a gap.
Rubino.
Too much with that other smoke there.
He's got 4 kills now, Hank. I thought he was still on 3, so one more.
He got 1 of the pistol. So he's matched his quota.
Thank you, Mr. Officer, for giving me out your quota numbers of tickets. Is that a myth?
No, I think if you go a whole month without doing any tickets.
Yeah, you get in trouble for that, but
Yeah.
like, what is the quota? Is there a, I gotta get 20? Like,
I assume it's something like you did 5 last month. Let's go for 1, we go for 6. So he got 4 kills last game.
and if he's there for 40 years, you're all in a lot of trouble.
That's here we go then. Can Heroic do anything? I don't think their CD sub will be that forgiving for them. We'll see though, as they will be smoked off. The A approach coming in. There's only 1 player there right now. That's Modi. He's in a lot of trouble. His teammates all the way in CD spawn. Luckily their rotations is okay. His teammate goes down. That's when things get a little problematic. Oh my goodness, a flurry of frags.
Not bad.
Everyone will be dropped there, and they know exactly where he is. This could be a very quick second half.
And they're going to take the AWP as well. HellRaisers starting to come alive, just as you suggested. Heroic need more teamwork and more cohesion on the CT side, and unfortunately, I've seen Superglue with more cohesion. That has a lot of... that doesn't really work.
I've seen Superglue. Well, you probably have. It's like one of the most
exactly. Yeah, that is literally the worst analogy I could have given. All right, listen, it's fine.
Look, man, you tried your best. You reached into the darkness. You pulled out Superglue when you were reaching for the hand cream. But,
actually, one time when I was reaching for the hand cream, I pulled out A535.
Don't know what that means.
It's like a heat ointment.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Like a
you can take a guess at what I was doing.
All right, well, let's move on. let's keep going. And it will be Modi and Snappy to do what they do best and use the CZ. As we go to B-bomb site, HellRaisers will do a very good job of eradicating all the risks. 1 minute 10 remaining. The bomb will be planted now. There it is. And Angel just waits patiently for any more frags to come his way.
Angel is going to back off, start to watch back through connector. Modi is still inside of it. They want to save from that position, so 12-8. Pistol's not wanting to give anything up. Why not? CZ, worth its weight, and then a whole lot more in gold. And Modi as well with the P250 has a nade. Maybe that's valuable to him. I'm not sure of his sentimental values. Maybe they just want to be frustrating. As it's going to be 12 rounds and 4 to go for HellRaisers to get 2 wins on the evening. It would be our second straight 2-0.
It would be.
Not, again, that they're series. That always sounds confusing.
Yeah, so out of a possible 2 games, clean sweeps in that respect. It's a double orb setup. Heroic. We'll have S-Tag and Snappy. S-Tag is having another very quiet game. It's the same people at the very bottom. Rubino and S-Tag were the underachievers, and I guess understandably so. They play the same role, essentially. Both not really finding much luck at all. Snappy completely smoked out. He'll have a very small gap to work with. They'll probably flash when he cross towards short. But you feel like HellRaisers have got a firm upper hand here. Flash it towards middle. Will it yield any sort of success? I'm not sure. Good flashback. Good kill from Nico.
Good find indeed. They'll go back up the ladder and watch down toward the bottom and middle through the window. Nade to see if anyone is down below and wants to do as much damage as he can onto them. No one there. So Angel to work from the underpass. Dead Fox will slow it down. Snappy's going to be the one at the ready. Flash goes out. Dead Fox wins it. Clean entrance so far. There's still a man down from earlier in the round. Watch out because Dead Fox oversteps the mark, and Rubino's got an Issa. Rubino holding off connectors, going to throw a nade out that's going to do some damage onto Angel, but Angel gets the shot off first.
Yeah, great shot there by Angel. He was actually going for the wall bangs there, able to compensate, take down the player peeking him. 2-on-2 now. Modi has been relatively quiet by his standards. Smoked out. S-Tag. Oh, he kills that shot. That could have been enough. But now health might not be a factor because Modi can't really do anything about that frag. They can just isolate him with 10 seconds remaining. Pushed out. He's going to spray everything he's got. Not going to find anything. It's going to cost him his life. S-Tag does hit one. He knows he's like the other one, Matt. So surely he's got a chance. He's got a smoke, but no kit. And Voxy picks up the orb.
Good angle.
Down. Yeah.
Good win, HellRaisers in the end. I don't know what Modi's playing at. Obviously, he's going to push that smoke. Always was going to happen. Pushes it. Smart to not plant in the smoke directly, but why are you spraying at that when you're already low HP? They know where you are.
As soon as you don't find the kill, you just peek up.
Exactly. I don't know what the point of that is. He could have gotten out to an angle where they weren't expecting him, and then when the player retreated, hit the shot immediately.
He was just so desperate. He's just like, well, we've got no cohesion between the two of us. We're both in different positions. If I get a lucky kill for the smoke, that could be enough. Just a bit of panic, perhaps. 13-8. Like we said, the CT half, much more difficult for them. Because on the T side, you can just send 5 players to a particular position, right? You say, right, basic mid control, let's just push between A-Ramp, Palace, and the connector. CT side, you've got to deal with all that. But then you've got to realize when Fake's coming in, try and negate full executions, which will be a lot more detail from the Heroic boys, from the HellRaisers boys, sorry, and tactical timer from Heroic. I think they know which way this one's going, but they'll see what's available to them. I'm not sure where their money sits right now. It looks like they're going for an eco. I can see those tedious CZ come out. Can you imagine if a tournament organizer just said, you know, for one event, we're going to try it out.
Ban the CZ.
CZ's not allowed to be purchased. Just for one event, just see what happens.
You have to equip the 5.7 and the Tech 9.
Then we'll see who's the real pistol players. Then I'll see.
Well, we used to say that about the Tech 9. The problem is we've never had balanced pistols in my mind.
There's always one that sticks out, isn't there?
Always one. Always one. And Nico's the one this time. Boxic takes him down. He's going to have to be backed off, though, because here one comes.
Here he comes, around the corner.
That's how it sounds.
Kill. Indeed.
2-0 in terms of kills for the round. This round for HellRaisers. Bonding will work up into lock and key. Does anyone still call it that?
Cool.
Did they ever? Lock and key.
Cool.
Like the cubby when you go up by that locked door.
No. Wow. Well, they might have done. I don't know.
I think one was locked, the other one was key at the top of Horseshoe. There was like a correlation between them. I don't know. Someone told me that once. Never believed it, but I just went with it because it sounded neat.
Yeah, it does. They've rotated to B, unfortunately. And the bomb is making its way on the A side. So, looks like Heroic might be out of luck in round number 7 here, 14-8. Should be arriving momentarily. a little bit disappointing Heroic has to play under these sort of circumstances. But sometimes that's what happens. I saw Taco announcing today that SK couldn't play against Team Liquid due to scheduling issues. It just happens sometimes. Not an ideal world we live in, Matt. It's far from it.
Part of that being that they're in Cologne and not in North America.
Yeah. That doesn't help.
Well,
that nade might work. Yes, it does. Oh, wait, what?
that was the Deagle shot, not the nade.
Okay.
They went off at the same time. Yeah, I was impressed by the Deagle. You were convinced by the nade. Oh, Rubino, I thought you'd find one more. 14 rounds for HellRaisers, 2 to go.
2 to go. 1 life left for Heroic. Problem is, money's so strong on the HellRaisers side. These have to be very clean rounds. Rubino 7 kills, that's like 7 kills. They're both on about 20 deaths. 7 and 21, let me tell you, not a comfortable feeling as a Counter-Strike player when you sat on that sort of scoreline. He's like, well, everyone's looking at the scoreboards. They all can see it. They know what's happening. I'm struggling.
Struggling.
Estag getting it together, though, just enjoying the dead corpse in front of him. Sat on the sofa. Take a seat, my friend.
Dead Fox wanting around the corner on the AK-47. Looking to get inside of the sides, but Estag take down Bundik. Not before Dead Fox gets the return. Sorry to insult your country with my terrible accent.
I'm not patriotic at all. You can make whatever accent you want.
I appreciate you.
There you go.
Snappy. Flashed off, forced back. Nico's going to have to sneak back in, though, and find shots. And lots of them. Snappy steals the round away. Still 2 to go for HellRaisers.
Well, Snappy and Estag making the orbs work there. We still have some life in the Danes yet. Snappy will buy the leftover grenades, and it is a full investment. It was a quite expensive round, so you can see even if they win that previous round and lose this one, they're still in a lot of trouble. So, looking for double digits. Molotov's pretty cool. I didn't realize it would bounce off that wall and actually land towards the ramp. That's actually quite smart, I have to say. I like that a lot. Snappy's going to be guaranteed with 1. Okay, maybe not. Was ready and waiting. Couldn't quite find the shot. This will be a very fast B-split coming in. Nico needs to step up here. Estag will actually find a couple of frags, but still a 3 versus 3. But look at all the damage inflicted. This should be a heroic round. I said that with bated breath as we're jumping out the window, and touchdown. Modi with the airstrike towards short. And that's going to leave us in a 3 versus 1. You don't see many double HE grenade kills, especially in CSGO, but there's one for you right there.
Certainly is. Voxic, meanwhile, getting in position on the AWP. He's going to try and hold off the little puppy tag to Rubino, but it's double digits, as is always the case when he who shall not be named makes an appearance in the studio.
He's keen. He thought it was all done and dusted, as you would say, but
I don't dust unless I'm in a nice maid's
Volk
outfit.
can still win this, though, Matt. We've kind of counted him out of it, but maybe... Oh, they've extinguished their own Molotov.
That was brilliant. Well done, lads.
Something great, but still fine. He might as well have gone for it, seen what was available to him. If he gets 1 cheeky kill towards that steps area, maybe there was a chance, but the defuse will come in. Double digits for Heroic. HellRaisers, desperate to close this one out. Luckily, no, the money is good. With the bomb going down, it should be fine for another buy here. Heroic wins the round. We'll get into the next one. Money starting to be whittled down now. As they can bring out the orbs again. 26 kills for Angel. Is he top fragging? He certainly is. 20. There's no doubt in my mind HellRaisers will win this map, but how close is it going to be? That's the question.
Well, that's a question we all have to ask ourselves, I think, sometimes.
Ooh, Estag. Life now.
That's a very interesting smoke by Rubino. I think he meant to throw that below mid so that they could see above it, but he actually bounced it.
There's 2 little tiny rails here on either side.
Yeah,
right?
he did it. You think that was on purpose?
Yeah, they
covered
do.
off entirely.
You can do left or right, and then they could give you just slightly different angles each time.
Okay, because I would have thought he wanted to see out to catwalk, and he wanted to leave the gap at the top. That was just my thought. That's what I would want.
No, you still can. So there's a rail, right? You throw the rail, and it bounces off the bottom step. It's just like it's quick.
Oh, so there still is an angle there.
Yeah,
okay,
so
from where he was standing. Okay,
so
all right.
it's just
Interesting.
Way.
I didn't know that smoke.
Most people throw it off like the short wall and bounce back. Obviously,
Sure.
the teams can see it. They know what you're up to. They know what that smoke is.
Right.
You throw it like that, they can't see it come out.
Right, okay. That's clever. Okay, I didn't know there was a gap. That was my point. I would have
Yeah.
thought he wanted a gap to see if they were crossing catwalk. So that, I guess there is.
There is. But HellRaisers, okay, I guess when you might be confused, because they throw one that lands here.
And it was doubled up.
So,
okay,
yeah.
all right.
So
That's where it was
further.
confusing me, because I didn't see the doubling up. Because I was going to say that's essentially a redundant smoke.
Because they throw that to, like, make the CT push useless.
I know where you throw that one from. That's behind the rug when you go in toward the B apartments.
Well, here we go. Another opening pick, though, is S-Tag this time. Time ticking away, surprisingly. I didn't think they'd be waiting this long, but maybe for good reason. It's S-Tag who's boosted up the B site, and he might be in a bit of trouble here. And yeah, did he know our comms or something? Like, he was boosted up for a long time as they were coming out short. I guess he was just hoping he would find one more and his teammates could win the 3-on-3. They still can. Rubino, though, upgrade to the AK-47. Coming in from short, needs to start landing some shots here. You can see the aim's not really with him tonight. I'll throw a grenade in and be caught out. Lucky to be alive at this point, but there's Voxic and Bondic just getting it done. Map point coming in, match points as well, just to note. This is their second best of 3, and it should look like a clean sweep for HellRaisers.
Best of 3?
Sorry?
Did you say second best of 3?
No, I said something else. I can't even remember now. It wasn't that.
Oh, I thought you did.
No. But here we go. Match point for HellRaisers. Snappy. We'll save the AWP as this game comes to its logical conclusion. We'll have to look as to whether he can stay alive. It looks like he will. Bondic 2 frags that round. We'll have a look at the scores here. Rubino 9 and 22. S-Tag 11 and 22. Very similar roles. Seems like there's a bit of confusion tonight. Snappy will drop some weaponry. They are clutching at straws somewhat. This is a tactical timeout. I can almost certainly say it's for Heroic. Indeed it is. They need 5 rounds in a row to force out overtime. Will they get it?
No, they won't.
Okay. Well, the call has been made.
I'd say stay tuned to find out, but you should just stay tuned anyway, since you already know.
Oh, we've got some great stuff coming up.
I've heard the Beavers are coming back soon.
Beavers are coming back.
The everyone's favorite band.
Long old timeout for Heroic here. I'm sure they've already bought, so the AWP's out. The UMPs, I can see maybe an MP9 there as well. You see the butt of it there. We'll see if it'll yield any sort of success as we enter round number 11. So MP9 for Hall, Nico, Rubino on the rifle. S-Tag with just that UMP. Double AWP setup though. S-Tag's been actually fragging CTP of the AWP, but of course he gives it to Moddy this round. So we'll see what happens there. Flashbang towards short, Nico gets in towards CPL. And there's the smokes again. So that smoke on the left-hand side blocks out CT vision. That HellRaisers is throwing every single round, which is actually quite smart. There is a slight gap there for Rubino.
Yeah, okay, so I see it now. There's two. Yeah, that's the gap I was talking about. Okay, that's why I was misled by that.
Oh, Nico makes a lot of noise here. One more round will do it. 5 in a row required from Heroic to take us just to overtime here. Stranger things have happened in the Pro League. Molotov to buy some time and space. Snappy will use it to get a bit of intel here towards the kitchen. And doesn't find anything. Looks towards the steps. Wants that opening pick just to funnel them towards the other side. And he misses the shot. Nice bait, good awareness there. He'll dump his smoke and buy even more time. Looks like a B split coming in. Smoke towards connector just to block off the players at the ticket booth. First kill about to come in. There it is. So we'll take down Nico in the CPL room. Snappy needs to find at least 2 here. Don't get it just yet. And Rubino will step up though. He has to find at least 1 more. Rubino actually showing some form now as they jump in the flames. Dead Fox left in the 2 versus 1. 3 kills for Rubino. The best he's done all series as he'll be out again. Dead Fox to find 1. Does he know he's towards short? He seems to be aware.
Was aware.
The bomb.
At least suspected that he might try and re-peek on it after. Remember, this is the former primary AWP player for HellRaisers. He's going to sneak back into the quad.
S-Tag would like, at this point, you're going to peek in the next 5 or 6. Oof, there he comes. He's peeked now.
I actually don't mind this because he wants to get into the corner so he's safe. Yeah, this is okay. Get the plan.
No, we'll get done for now. Surely. S-Tag going to let him live. He did spray out. Okay, that's what I expected.
10 HP. Nade. Ooh. Dead Fox barely remembers where he is and gets the angle right. Molotov 1 tick. It's all it would take. He jumps away. That's going to make noise. Stag finds that noise and takes him down. We are not done.
We were so close there, but Stag keeps the dream alive. He'll pick up the kit. What a great play by him. And it will be a full defuse coming in. That might be another eco for HellRaisers at this point. And then Heroic really have got a chance. They still have at least 6k on Issa, so they can bring out a mishmash buy. They'll have to just maybe take a pause themselves and just work out how they're going to distribute all the wealth they've got. Here's Rubino. Great play. Coming out from short. Getting them one by one, and then one jump in the flames at that point. So there it is. A compromise made in for Angel. He just have to CZ here. Maybe that's enough. Who knows? As I go towards B again, they've kind of ascertained this could be the weak side of the map. That should be the HE going, and they'll do a ton of damage map. There it is. Dead Fox takes it to the dome. And Nico, keeping the dream alive here, finds the first frag. Stag going to be guaranteed that one. And Nico just says, absolutely no, you're not coming in this B bomb site. Your force fight's not going to work out for you. Looking a little bit strange from HellRaisers. One by one they go in. Low HP, and a guaranteed round now for Heroic.
Angel falling back in a 1 versus none. Well, 4 versus none, because he's dead. And it's 12 rounds now for Heroic. We are back to pistols as well for HellRaisers. So unfortunately, this goes another round at least for them. I'll leave it at that.
At least. Glocks only. 1 Deagle. It was enough on the B rush for Heroic. They went around completely with Glocks and 1 PT-50, I think. So you never know. All it takes is 1 mistake, 1 missed shots, and it all falls apart. Number 13 shouldn't be one of the most enticing, on paper at least. Just Glocks. Issa to get some armor. And this has got a potential overtime incoming.
You've said it. I did not. If it happens now, it's your fault.
So I can't win. If I say, oh, overtime's definitely not going to happen, is that jinxing it?
No, but you just don't say the word.
Why? It's a minute delay. I can't change the past. Nothing I can do about it. I have no effect.
It's arbitrary. If we don't know what time it is right now, it could be any time in the world. If there's a delay but we don't know what's happened in that time, anything could have happened.
So my voice affects it.
Time is relative.
Time is relative.
So it's cold.
Yes, that's true. See, Yanko's trying to say that cold's not relative because I brought it up once, but cold is relative. Relative to what? What is cold?
Best player in the world.
Snappy takes down Angel. Starts off for Heroic, and suggestive, given that they have pistols against them, that it'll end for Heroic in their favor as they fight back valiantly. Monty's going to take out Bondic. Snappy found a kill beforehand. And Dead Fox is soon to be a dead cat.
Down he goes. 2 more rounds to go for overtime. Heroic desperate to bring it there and get a point at least out of this interaction with the HellRaisers. Double up set up again. Stag actually finding some frags now with that weapon. Again to round number 14. Snappy. The first shot, can't do it. They sneak by him. It's going to be a faster A split. He tested the flames though, buying him some time. With Nico pushing towards short, jumping up. I think he did spot 1. Definitely did see Dead Fox. A guaranteed frag, maybe not quite. Went for the full spray instead of the Taparuni, and will be a 5-on-4.
Fox back out from behind the boxes. Will work toward the kitty cat. Call me Kitty. Call me Kitty Cat. You remember that?
No.
From Wedding Crashers. The mum upstairs in the room.
I'm not denying it happened. It's Vince Vaughn's films from 2006 and not.
Owen Wilson.
No,
Owen Wilson, I prefer. How do you know that's from 2006?
Because it's just that's that era of those films coming out, like Step Brothers and Wedding Crashers. It was
you're naming more than I can.
Yeah.
Snappy. Gonna get smoked off on the AWP. Could get back toward the ticket. Actually landed for part of the right, so Not sure that he's going to have enough vision from there or not. Rubino, reverse fire. Dead Fox to Monty. Snappy gets a return shot. Remember, it's still the man advantage to HellRaisers, but Rubino waiting in the corner finds a kill, and he might get another Dead Fox low, but slides back into position. Stag and Snappy both on AWPs have to try to get back in the site, and they're doing it. Doing it successfully as well. Bomb goes down, and Stag's going to rotate off finally, but gets caught by Voxic, who gets aggressive, and the low HP for Snappy, but he has the AWP posted, and he's got the shot as well. 14-15.
Well, that's going to be the money gone for HellRaisers, and it will be round number 30. They have to buy here. They'll take a pause as well, just to make sure they made the correct decision going into this 30th round. So Heroic have done it. Looks like they might have just posted at least 1 point on the leaderboard here. Take the time and work out what they're going to be doing with this particular round. HellRaisers now will just SMGs, CZs, maybe a couple of Glils in there, maybe one AK. We'll see which way they go.
Well, they've certainly fought back into the game. A heroic effort, one might say.
Definitely. One that could be in vain if they drop it all here.
Well, and they may. The interesting thing is now that the lost round bonus has accumulated, the unfortunate part is they didn't get a plant to go along with that on the HellRaiser side. They can certainly... okay, they can't force together what I thought they could. No AK-47s, 2 Galils, UMP, MAC-10, and a Deagle for Issa.
Well, they've left the bomb on the A ramp and 4 players towards B apartments. All the rounds have been accumulated, leading us to this point. Flashbang in, but Estag's in a position he doesn't really get flashed by at all. So he's watching a very tight angle, so you can see no flash will get him whatsoever. He probably gets, he fires prematurely. There might be a chance here. As he stands in the flames, he's going to struggle. He's burning.
I thought he was going to take more damage than that. The fact that he still has 52 is actually quite impressive. Rubino, Estag, they started back for Heroic. This might not be over.
I think it is. The bomb hasn't done anything with it. No one's rotated from A, really. Modi's still there in CD spawn. And as Izza hits like this Deagle shot, there's no chance they win this round. With the weapon they've got right now, and they're going to try and go towards short. With nothing down there, Snappy gets at least 1 now. There we go. Maybe even 2. And there it is. Overtime is coming in.
It's not there. Goes down immediately to none other than Rubino, who confirms that, and we finally start off into our escapade of distance.
So, here we go. Both teams getting at least points guaranteed. Snappy to finish things off. They wanted to go for some sort of elaborate fake there, but it was actually just the worst of both worlds. No fake was really given, and then didn't really have the firepower to go in as a group. Just went in 1 by 1 up towards shore, taken down by the orb, and there we have it.
Well, we'll see how they start things off, getting the money back in either side's hands. They certainly could go back to the double op setup. It favored them, surprisingly, on the Heroic side, considering they don't even have a primary opper in the lineup tonight. No Yugi, and yet it was all about the boogie, as Snappy and Estag found kills late in the second half.
Definitely did. And we'll take as much time as is absolutely possible to get into this one. Round number 1 coming in, I think it's 16k MR3 in Pro League. Almost certain of that. And it should be starting. They don't switch halves at all. They'll stay where they are. It'll be HellRaisers to stay on the CT side. And HellRaisers to pull their socks up and work out what has happened there. They should be running away with this one like they did on the first map.
So, as the bomb ticks, so too do we, as we await overtime's fate and the start of it. I imagine some bathroom breaks are in order. Luckily, we are smart gentlemen, Henry. We went in between games.
We did, yeah. Why would you do that? Might as well go in every half. Every break. And We'll have to wait a little bit longer here as the players get ready.
And the fact that that Heroic with a stand-in and has actually gotten a point from this evening is impressive when you consider it was 16-14 on Inferno.
Yeah, indeed. They put up a bit of a fight, and they're looking to win this one out and get 2 points on the leaderboard. Got nothing from Inferno.
So we're waiting, I'm not sure who for, but to get underway. Got a timeout just before overtime. 2 minutes between the halves. Is this it? It might be. I think it is. This looks like a serious purchase, Henry. So AWP already on the T side, I can tell you that much. As for CTs, they're going to go with 2. There it is, the Stag and Snappy yet again. No surprise. Nico already in middle as well. Is going to get caught off by Bondic. Immediately taken down by the AK-47. And Snappy responds. He'll get Dead Fox. Good flashbang, because that was sure to be a second set kill. Rubino gets aggressive with a pistol. And it's Angel down. But this is a fast round. Minute 32, we've got... I got to do math for a second. 6 kills already done.
There is plenty of kills. Back and forth action. Round 1 of overtime. And looks like the bomb is in a bit of a tricky position to pick it up.
A Stag. Good hold. Finds Voxic. It's Essa that's left. We'll see if he can make anything work with this AK-47. Not quite. Walks directly into Heroic, and Heroic start off with yet another win on the CT side, and a Stag doing so with 2 kills on the AWP. The stand-in, as you would call him, the mercenary.
Indeed, and well, I guess we have another pause. Of course, yes. And we'll get into 1-0. Heroic will have the advantage for now. The double AWP setup working out for them. Stag hitting the first shot. And Rubino getting that pistol out, doing what he could. So what's the play here now? As HellRaisers, we'll discuss their tactics here.
Discuss all they like, but what do they actually bring to offer?
They've gone for 2 AWPs on the T side now.
That made it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it did.
There it is.
I
A
don't
little
know.
bit higher.
It did, didn't it? It looked like it was going to hit the top.
Flashes in. Snappy. Same problem with the smoke, so they do get a slight gap though. We saw Rubino. Nico, he hasn't had any problems with the smokes. He'll be able to find the first kill. They can play it out though. It is 1-0 in favor of Heroic here. And Stag, different position this time with the AWP, and it doesn't work out for him. Dead Fox looking to take him down. Not going to happen though. Commits by himself. 3-on-3, and the Eagle should be able to find a shot towards Issa. There it is. Lovely. Takes down the bomb. Being greeted by the AK-47. It's a bit like deathmatch right now. Everyone's just running around.
It really is. We're at 1:12 this time, and again, we've gotten 6 kills on the board already. Double op versus single op M4. Double op T-side. T-side having trouble to get those ops in position to get shots off as Monty tracks them down inside a connector, but Angel with the shot. It's op versus Deagle. Pulled out. Stag with both, and it's Heroic with 2 rounds early.
Yeah, he's picking things up now, isn't he? He seems to be flying. He's actually got himself on 23 into the first half. I think he had 5 frags, so he's suddenly getting into the zone at this point. 2-0 for Heroic. 1 more for the 3-0. And it will be first and 19 at the top of your scoreboards there. HellRaisers yet to post anything. Double AWP set up again on the T side of Mirage. I'm not really sure what may happen with that. They've basically thrown their own strat book out the window and said, let's just do something completely different in overtime. Whether that will work out, time will tell. Dead Fox with the first pick, so maybe it will. Nico though, good boost, and Snappy, more aggressive push, will give them the man advantage once more. Need that 3-0, they want the 2 points desperately, got nothing from Inferno. And now Dead Fox just wondering what's possible. They've got 2 AWPs and no real map control whatsoever. You can see a player top and middle, one outside A ramp, one of the B halls. This is pretty much the most default position you can have, and I'm not really sure what they do with it now. Snappy looks towards a connector. They have got smokes to push him off. Dead Fox Gonna Molotov it, then peek it himself. Where do I Molotov? He'll go to short. He'll get one back in return, but they've already made their way up.
Madi falls off of it. Rubino now has a lot of pressure put onto him. Toxic spots him, but Rubino, good shot down immediately after. Doesn't matter. Madi slides out. 3 in a row for Heroic. And not just 3 in a row, 8 in a row since the first half.
That's true.
Or the regulation.
Yeah. Oh, one more round from Heroic will do it. What's going to be their play? Time will tell. Scoreboards right now. 91 ADR for Angel. He is on 28 kills. It's not far behind, 26 and 23. Like we said, Estag after having a pretty shocking first half performance. There's right back in the game now. The orb seems to be working out quite nicely for him since they made that adjustment. We'll get into the second half of overtime here. It's our 4th game of the evening. Got a couple more coming up.
So, again, they are entitled to time at the halves, so they might as well use all of it.
Yeah, why not? Make sure you fully coordinate yourselves. So we might be getting ready for this next half. Hopefully soon.
Well, I'm told it'll be in the next 90 seconds we'll get back underway, so Heroic only needing 1 round.
They are running around now on the servers. Everyone sat down, had another toilet break. And ready and waiting. Remember, 16k, so money not really an issue here. HellRaisers move on to the CT side. Maybe they'll go for the double AWP setup on CT side. It's not really a thing on the T side of Mirage. They ran out all 3 rounds and didn't pick one up, so go figure. Not really sure why they'd completely scrapped their playbook going into overtime instead of sticking to their game against a team which is missing their AWPer. Maybe that was the idea. They're missing the main AWPer, we just bring 2 of them out, they won't be able to kill us. But,
that's not a bad plan.
Didn't really pan out like that.
Well, any second we'll be back underway. HellRaisers needing to reverse sweep to do 3 of their own to force this any further. Heroic didn't exactly look terrible on their T side. It was 8-7 if you don't recall.
Yeah, it's true. They managed to keep their heads held high after Inferno. Find themselves here in the lead in overtime. 3 rounds to 0. They've already guaranteed double overtime.
They have at least done that.
And here we go. Can they close it out quickly? They now switch over to terrorist forces. Estag was great at the AWP on the CT side. There it is, double AWP set up again for Voxic and Deadfox. A execution straight away, perhaps, why not? Just try and close it out. No defaults, no messing around. Flashbang coming in, they're scared it could be a CT aggressive push here. They are looking a little bit clumsy. Modi waiting for anyone coming around the corner here. Bondik is there. We'll see the smokes come over. He could tuck himself in the A ramp and look for the big spray down. Haven't thrown anything yet. You can see all their utility on the right is still intact. Smokes in, flashes over. Bonding good smoke, but bad decision on the HE. I'm not really sure why. You're not going to kill anyone with that. Might as well keep the rifle out of those sort of points. Deadfox will get 1. Can he find anything more? Voxic certainly can. This kill going to decide the round. Issa can't find it. 3 versus 2. And Voxic will try and do anything he can. So many smokers around. You can see it's a nice execution. Need to hold off for a little bit longer. They both have Molotovs. And Rubino's going for the long con all the way through. Might be a little bit too late at this point. One Molotov on top of the bomb. That's actually going to buy him some time now. They're not going to smoke to put that out.
Nade as well, just in case anyone is on top of it, and it's going to work. Molotov plus Nade plus Nico's early damage, but Deadfox is back on the defuse, and the round is done. Round is shortly done. No, it's not! Heroic just barely get back in, and Rubino, the man with 4 kills in map 1, is our hero in map 2, as we end with 4 straight rounds in overtime.
Well, there you have it. Heroic have done it, albeit with less points in a regulation win, but points are the same. 2 on the leaderboard there. 1 for the HellRaisers camp. I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed with HellRaisers. That's usually one of their very good maps, as we will be...
That was a bit of a spoiler. We said we were going to have the Beavers back, and let me tell you, they are here. You saw them on camera already. Hi. Well, you didn't see the Beaver, but one of them.
Yeah, we like to give them a little taste, little teaser, and that was an absolute adventure once again through Counter-Strike, gents. Thank you for that.
All the rounds.
All the rounds,
Namaste.
and some bonus rounds as well.
Yeah,
What does
we've always
Namaste-
loved the bonus rounds.
What does Namaste mean?
I don't actually know.
Like
I just
peace?
know you say it after you do yoga. I did it twice, and I hated it both times because it.
The
I'm
Namaste
not that
part or
flexible.
the yoga part?
Both?
The yoga part.
Okay, I tried it once. I'm not very flexible. Can you
I
touch
don't
my
mind the
toes?
namaste. Can I touch my toes? Yeah, but I have to like bend and like. Not anymore. It's not.
Apparently
what
it
it
means
used to be.
respectful greeting. I've just heard from the voice inside my
Okay,
head.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Right, you guys can go ahead and take yourselves a little bit of a break. I think you've earned it. LDLC North for you guys to jump into next. For now, hang out with my boys.
Yow!
The Beaver
Well,
boys.
Look, I was going to come in here and I was going to say, look, it's really hard, Alex, with a stand-in to play the CT side of Mirage. It's a map where you need a lot of cohesion. You have like a lot of holds that you got to play off your teammates. It's not just a solo map. I would say it would be harder than the T side.
Yeah.
T side, everyone knows the executes. Very simple, just chemistry and trading. And that's where, you know, you'd be able to take it and be like, yeah, good job, HellRaisers on the W. Unfortunately, HellRaisers thought, nah, we don't want all 6 points tonight. We're happy to concede in overtime and take really long. Well, this isn't HellRaisers, this is both teams, but yeah, in between the OT, let's just take 7 minutes, just chilling out, just gonna go to the bathroom.
But what's so crazy to me is that you have a very clear first map. You've got Heroic playing with a stand-in, HellRaisers just flexing on Inferno. Then we venture into map 2, and I mean, this is HellRaisers' game to lose. You've got a full structured roster. You've played this map many times before. You've got a roster where S-Tag, we've already discussed how invested he even was into that game. And you go all 30 rounds into OT, and then you pull up your socks. I mean, it was a bit of a... I mean, Heroic actually managed to pick up a win.
Yeah, I think it just tells you, you know, also Mirage is an easier map to play, probably the easiest map to play right now in the pool. Even if you have a stand-in or anything of the sorts, it's pretty much the new Dust 2 in a sense where everyone knows the basic grenades, everyone knows the basic positions, timings, angles, everything. So even with the stand-in, you can have a decent level of coordination, right? And you can execute some basic strats. And at that point, it comes down to whether you get the proper read and how good the execution part is going to be.
We definitely spoke a lot about Yugi being missing as well with the AWP, and S-Tag and Snappy picked it up, and they did a really good job on the CT side. That was one of their keys to victory, I think, especially in that overtime, being able to get the sweep of the 3 rounds, and then that last round there with Rubino finally grabbing that last kill. They didn't know where the bomb was planted. That's poor communication right there. They're nading the triple box, and they're at the default, or reverse side of default. It's like, well, you can see how well this game's going for everyone.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shambles, and we do have a big one coming up next. We get to see more from the Northern Lions. Any closing thoughts, gents, on the HellRaisers and Heroic debacle?
Moving on to the next one, Alex.
Yep, I thought so.
A better one.
And onwards.
All right, onwards and
Hopefully we
upwards.
get full rosters this time around.
Fingers crossed we get all of the teams and all of the rounds. LDLC are going to be taking on North next. We get to see how that one shapes up as the Fox meets the Lion in our last game of the night.